anybody. First off, don't mind whatever you hear in the background. My roommate's kids are very upset today for some reason. You're going to hear a lot of that. Well, if only there was a way I could mute the background, but I can't because I don't know how to use this thing still. I don't have a game selected at the moment because I'm just here to do a little chit chat. I could use my Bandicam, but Bandicam I don't pay for, so I'm only able to do 10-minute recordings on that one. So, and I have watermelon, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be eating on camera. I'm here to do a little bit of a talk about my physical health. Now, I used to make videos a long time ago about my fibro right around the time I first started streaming, and I didn't do too many, but I did a couple. I think it was right after, I think it was maybe a year or two after I had gotten diagnosed with my fibromyalgia. People think I've been lying about it. People think I make it up. What the fuck do I have to get out of it? That's all I have to say. What do I have to get out of lying about having a chronic pain disorder that I cannot control? Attention? I don't want that fucking attention. I'm an introvert. Get the fuck away from me. Leave me alone. People, like my ex-husband, thought I was lying for I don't know how fucking long, but I was diagnosed by a medical professional. I was right fucking there. Not over the phone, not over the internet. No, I was in person, letting her inspect my body, and she said, I think everybody you know that has been suggesting this is right. And those were her words. Those were her exact words. And we started talking more about it. I explained more about the areas I have pain in, which is mostly my knees, hips, and feet, or ankles and feet. Sometimes my hips. It's kind of rare, and it's also kind of rare for anything up here, but it does happen sometimes. My ankles have had so much pain that they are tender to the touch. Moving them around normally, now that doesn't hurt. Like twisting them, like moving, kind of like this, moving my ankles around, that doesn't hurt. Touching them hurts. Being on my feet for too long hurts. Yesterday, I had to go to the, what the fuck do you call it? The housing assistance building, because I'm trying to get on my own, my own apartment. And I walked a little bit down the hill towards Subway, and then I went to Safeway because I wanted to eat and do a little bit of shopping. I got home, I was in a lot of fucking pain because I had been walking too long and a little too far. I was called a bullshitter about my pain. For what? Why am I bullshitting? I don't get what I have to get out of this if I lied about it. I'm not a liar. I hate being called that shit. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not a fucking thing for some people. Like, my family, I have a lot of history in my family for a lot of shit. Like, my family has cancer, skin cancer, long history of it. I think it was either my uncle or my grandpa who had a lot of skin cancer. He passed it down to me and my brother. Am I lying about that too? Because I have the scar to prove it. And just right around the time I got diagnosed, right around the time this was discovered as melanoma, I got diagnosed with that. One right on top of the other because I can't get a fucking break. And when I explain this to people, they either do believe me or they don't believe me at all. There is no in between. It's do or don't. If they choose not to believe me, fine, fuck them. I don't give a shit. I don't have anything to fucking gain. I mean, it's their fucking choice. It makes me so angry when I'm trying to explain to people the pain I go through almost every day, especially in the winter, every day. The pain I go through. And they just don't believe me? It's like, I have a low tolerance for pain. I don't like lying about pain. I don't like the idea of lying about pain. It's pathetic. It's like it's like talking to a brick fucking wall, especially when you're lying to somebody about something. I'm sorry if this doesn't make sense. I'm not good at explaining shit because I have a learning disability. So, like, you're lying to somebody and you're not going to get any kind of reaction out of it. especially if they know you're lying. Um, and sorry, I have a sore throat, and this is helping me. The watermelon. So, when I was diagnosed with it, it was upsetting because I already knew before I was diagnosed that something was wrong because I couldn't be out on my feet as long. It was actually worse then than it is now because now I can actually manage it. Now I know what it is. It got so bad at one point before I was diagnosed that I had to use those electric carts at like Walmart to do shopping. And here I am on one of those electric carts looking like some kind of lazy young woman taking a cart from some old lady using it, and that's not what I'm doing. I mean, people have physical disabilities that you can't see. Just like I said earlier, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not a fucking thing. It really sucks. It really sucks. I don't remember who I explained this to. The pain, this is what it feels like for me. This is the best way I can describe it. Because, like I said, I'm not good at describing things or explaining things. Imagine taking a dull weapon, like something rounded at the end, and you find a nerve and you just push against it constantly. Just keep pushing until the pain continues. That's what it feels like. It's not a fun feeling. It's annoying, it's very dull, and it can happen like how do I say this? The dull pain can become very strong dull pain, and just it makes life difficult. You just want to lay in bed with a heated pad over your fucking legs because you don't want to do anything. You can't do anything without, unless you want pain, unless you're okay with the pain. I've actually had days before where I just laid in bed and didn't do anything because I'm having pain, my mood is shit. It also messes with your mood and stuff. And so my mood is shit a lot of the times. I don't like dealing with it. I'm a very happy person usually. So every day I'm just dealing with life in a happy mood, happy way, cheerful. Even if I'm having a bad day, I still try to put on a mask and try to be happy because stress is another. Stress is something that can feed your pain. If you have fibro, so like dealing with stress is a big no-no for me. I don't like it. Even in stressful situations, I try to be as happy as I can and ignore any stress coming my way. I know you probably shouldn't do that, but I have to. I feel like I have to if I don't want the pain, which I don't. And depending on the scale of pain, say anywhere from a 5 and up, 5 to 10, my ankles will swell. Especially my right one. My right outer ankle is the worst. It you know the little lump, the little ankle lump on the side of your, like above your heel, just right around that is where it's always swollen. It's almost always swollen. But I mean, it's a better day today. It's not really, it's a little puffy, but um it's I don't know why. I think it's just because of how tender it always is. My ankles always are. And I always wear shorts, especially in the wintertime in this, inside, unless I'm feeling cold. It's just something I'm used to wearing. So my legs constantly being exposed to the in or outdoor air, um, I'm gonna be in pain a lot of the time. So I don't know, the way you dress, I guess, can sometimes affect it because your skin is exposed, and your skin being exposed, it can easily cause you pain. Um, Sorry, I'm getting a message. 1 second. But yeah, if you have fibro and you don't know much about it, people say that exercising is a good help. For me, it's kind of not. I mean, I walk a lot when I get out of the house. I go to the mall, I'll go grocery shopping, I'll hang out with friends. And even then, um, the walking I do can, it usually only takes about 10 minutes for me being on my feet for it to be like, you need to sit down. That's some days, not every day, but lately it has been becoming more. And I think it's because I'm getting older. I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 this year, at the end of this year. And that's like, I think that's the field, the only field I don't know much about fibro is how much worse it gets when you get older, if it does. Uh, or depending on your age or whatever. But um, I've noticed it has been getting a little worse. The only thing that it doesn't affect me with pain is swimming. Swimming is very, very good for fibro. Like it, you're having pain, get in the pool, swim for 10 minutes, your pain will be gone. Even the hot tub. The hot tub helps a lot. Heat is a big um, assistance factor for fibro. I remember one day I went to the YMCA here, and I got in the hot tub, and I didn't have pain for like almost a month because it was just so. I was in there for a while. I was in the hot tub for a while until I got super sweaty and had to get out. uh, and it'll just like it'll relax you. It'll ease if you have any pain, and it'll keep pain away for a while. Now I'm not gonna say it will do this for literally everybody, but it will help most people. If not most, then maybe all. I don't know. Be nice if it would help everybody in the world with pain. So if you have fibro, definitely go to a pool, go to a hot tub, maybe go to the lake, but be careful because cold can trigger pain. But make sure it's like on a hot day or something, because I know that too much heat can also cause pain. Like if it's 100 plus degrees out or something, that might cause you a little discomfort. I don't have too much trouble with that because it hasn't been super hot here lately. We have had a few really, really hot days where it was like almost 100 degrees. I think one day only peaked 100. But even then, I didn't have too much trouble with, the pain from heat. Um, so, wear compression socks. I have compression socks. They are a godsend. But there are some nights where when the pain is too much, they won't help. If you don't, I'm sure everybody knows what compression socks are, but if you don't, they squeeze your legs. They're like really, really tight socks. So it'll like squeeze that ankle right into place. So I love them. I love my compression socks. I've tried to sleep with them on before, but it kind of sucks because my left foot has this cramping problem where if my toes, say these are my toes, if they're squished together like that, my foot will cramp up. So if I have pain in my left ankle, I have to wear the compression sock for a little bit of time if I'm in bed, or just make sure I don't sleep with it. Other than that, my right one, I don't have that problem with my right foot. Thankfully, I don't know what the heck the issue is with my left foot, but yeah, my right ankle usually tends to be the worst one when it comes to pain. When it comes to swelling, anyway, and sometimes pain. My left one lately has been actually the one to be in pain lately. It's actually starting to hurt right now. Probably because all the screaming and the pounding in the background. That stresses me out. I don't like the sound of it. The kids screaming and crying. Crying, not so much, but just the screaming I hate. I can't tolerate that. Um, and I spend most of my time in my room. I don't like socializing with too many people because they judge me from the way I talk because of my learning disability. I talk weird, I explain things weird. I am just a weird person. So I hang out in here because I'm not judged in here. And I don't go out very often. And if I do, I usually go out by myself. I like to get my me time when I go out. But yeah, I'm already up to 14 minutes. I'm glad I didn't use my Bandicam. It would have yelled at me, you must be scared to use more than 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Whoops. But yeah. So if you have fibro, don't know much about it, I would definitely look into it and read into it a little more. I don't, but I should. I don't because I'm lazy and I have ADHD. So my ADHD, I'll give you an example. This actually happened to me yesterday. I was watching a movie and I had to pause it because suddenly something came up and I had to go and look it up. And immediately when I went to open a new browser, I stopped because I got distracted by Discord and never went to it and just forgot about it forever and then just went back to my movie. And then I thought of something else and I had to go Google that, like pictures of certain celebrities or a myth or a rumor or something. Right in the middle of watching a movie, I have to do it. It's just, or at night when I'm trying to sleep. It's fucking weird. But I'm gonna end here before I keep my friend and my game waiting too long. But please know, please take this to heart or take my advice. If you know someone who says they have fibromyalgia, don't have disbelief in them. Don't. That's just rude. Don't call them liars. Don't call them bullshitters. Don't tell yourself, even if you're not telling them, don't say it to yourself. I don't believe them. They're faking it. That's not faking it. No, it's a real thing. It is a real unfortunate thing to suffer with. Don't treat people like that. Just support them. Tell them that you're sorry they have to deal with it. Offer them help if you feel like it. Get them, like my ex-husband got me this cream that I actually still have because it lasts so long. I think it's I don't even know where it is. I don't know where it is. It might be in my purse still because I usually carry it with me sometimes when I go out. So it's got a green lid and it's a white bottle and it's called Fizz Assist. Fizz Assist. That's what it is. It's absolutely amazing. It works like a freaking godsend. It's very powerful smelling though. Like it's got this very powerful mint odor to it. So if you smell it, don't stick your nose in there. You'll gag. And it's very thick kind of cream, so it kind of like coats your fingers very. So wash your hands after you use it. Look into that if you feel like you need something like that. I'm gonna end this here. I'll talk to you